everyone, I'm Rebecca and it is time to go to Costume College. If you're not familiar with Costume College, I have a bunch of videos on this topic, which I will link down below in the description, but we are about to fly off to Los Angeles and head to a wonderful week-long, because I've extended it a little bit, week-long trip down to Costume College. So let's go. Well, here I am at the airport and I realized I've already forgotten one thing. I didn't bring my regular, like, old-fashioned looking fan. I only have my Pride rainbow fan, and I realized I forgot to bring the specific fan that I had set aside for the court gown, so oh well. The good news is they were able to put my hat in the overhead compartment so I don't have to have it on my lap. It was not gonna fit. Like, that is my lap. Even though I upgraded to first class, it would have been my whole lap. So I'm so thankful. And also the reason that I upgraded to first class was really just because it was only like $45 more than the baggage fee. And it also comes with breakfast, which is good because I haven't eaten and I'm on 2 hours of sleep. See you later. In Santa Monica for tea. Amazing. So I'm here at the Queen Mary today. I'm taking pictures of the final Rose getup. Most of this footage is actually going to be over in the Rose like boarding suit vlog. So I don't know yet if that has come out at this point. I think that one's gonna come out before the Costume College video. So you've probably already seen that, but if not, I'll link it down below. So that was just a tiny bit of our jaunt around the Queen Mary today. It was a wonderful afternoon. We toured all over the ship and did one of my favorite things, which is just to go around and like try doors and see what opens, which we had some success, so it was great. And we had a wonderful lunch at the Promenade Cafe. And then we came back here and now it is time for Costume College check-in. And it is also time for the welcome party, which is down on the pool deck outside. So I've gotten all set back up in my Rose. I did have a little bit of a break just to like give myself a wig free time, a long sleeve free time, etc. And I'm gonna go down to my teacher check-in sort of situation and get all of my like class information, all the registration booklet, etc., my name tag, and I'm gonna go over to the welcome party and see what else is going on. So let's go. So this is the check-in area at Costume College. Everyone comes here to get their name tags and all of their stuff, class schedules, etc. And then there's an info table over here where you can get more ribbons and find out more information. They do late class registration over there in the back corner over there, so that if there's any classes that still have space available for workshops, you can sign up over there. And everyone's just mingling, and now we're gonna head over to the welcome party. It is quite a crush out here for the pool party today, which of course is not really a pool party, it's a welcome party. And I think everyone's just in line for drinks, really. But everyone is admiring everyone else's costumes, everyone looks amazing. So welcome to Costume College. Personally, I kind of like, I love the start of Costume College, but I also find it very overwhelming just because there's so many people and I'm so not good with faces and names. But Emily's here and I know her face and her name, and I just crashed into your head with my hat.
I know, this hat is like,
I have been running
like her
into
safety circle around her.
Yeah, I have been running into poles and like walls and other people, but I love it. But I'm also really ready to take it off and go to bed. And I can't wait to show you all about everything with Costume College on Friday. So I'm gonna hit the hay. I will see you tomorrow morning. Happy Friday! It is time for Costume College, official Costume College day 1, because really Thursday is just that welcome party. I am in my 19 teens dress that I made in 2020 and haven't worn since 2020. And I totally brought the wrong pearl necklace, but you know, whatever. My hair is not the best, but It's early morning. I've got a 9 o'clock class that I'm going to go to that is a lecture class on manipulating bust darts. And then I have a limited class after that that is embroidered ribbon brooches, ribbon flower, something about embroidery and ribbons and flowers and brooches all put together into a title. So I'll show you a little bit of each of those classes. Nicely, they have put like a teacher breakfast together. I think it's just, you know, pastries and yogurt and stuff in the mornings that goes until 9. So we're gonna scoot down there really quickly, grab some breakfast, and then head to the first class of the day. And of course, I will show you the outfit and everything later because I've got a nice little break between those two first classes and when I'm teaching my class this afternoon.
So to do the pivot method, so I'm gonna mark my first dart leg and then trace around. I get to my side dart and mark where that leg is. It's a tiny little magnet for my hip. And then you just rotate the pattern right around that rotational point until the dart legs match up. And then you trace the remainder of the pattern. That is the pivot method.
I just finished my first two classes of the day, or really the only two classes that I am taking. I showed you some clips that you just saw of the bodice dart manipulation class. That was very interesting and I think very helpful. So I'm looking forward to applying some of those tips. And then I just finished a silk ribbon embroidery class. I feel like we didn't quite have enough time for the class, but then again, also the previous class unfortunately finished late, which reduced our time, which is kind of frustrating. And I was doing it and then I didn't like how it looked at the end, so I actually ripped it all out. So I don't even have anything to show you for that. I have the supplies to do it later, and I plan to probably embellish like a handkerchief, like a cotton handkerchief. The silk that we had for the class was just a little too fine in my opinion for like the needle size that we had, and so it was just creating holes, and it wasn't able to sustain the ribbon flower on top of that silk. So I will redo that at some later date and I will show you what that looks like. But yeah, the only other class that I have today is actually the one that I'm teaching on photography. This is a class that I have taught I think 2 other times at this point, and I actually have an entire video that is the topic of this class. So I'll link that video down in the description below, but it's basically how to do your own pictures and how to take pictures of other people, because I believe that everyone deserves to have good pictures of their costumes, and I also believe that most people have absolutely no idea how to hold a camera and take pictures, just from my experience of like passing a camera off to other people, or you know, people stopping you in a hallway and asking, hey, can I take a picture of you? And then they hold the camera down by their waist and like point it up at your 3 chins, and you are in a hallway with 0 lighting whatsoever. So basically it's just a class on like how to make sure that everyone looks good in pictures, whether you are taking pictures of other people or whether you're taking pictures of yourself. I don't think that there's any way that I can actually film the class as I'm teaching it. So again, if you want to learn everything that's in that class, just go check out the video that's going to be linked down in the description. But in the meantime, I've got about 2 hours of downtime, so I want to make sure that I eat some lunch. I did have a okay breakfast. It was like a pastry type breakfast. It was not protein. So I'm going to make sure that I have a protein bar as part of my lunch, or something with protein in it. And because I think that that is very, very important. You want to stay hydrated and you want to stay like actually eating things. And it's very easy to forget at costume college to do that because you're going from class to class and you're busy and you're overstimulated. And yeah, so very important to remember to actually eat and chill and stuff like that. I am also thinking, because this is one of my longer breaks, I think I want to go check out the display of costumes. I don't remember exactly what it is called, to be honest, but basically anyone can submit costumes that they have made to be put on display. And so you can go around and you can see like a little blurb on each costume. You can look up close, see all of the details. They're all like on dress forms. So I think I'm gonna go check that out. And I think I might also go check out the photography studio. Mark Edwards is the photographer here at Costume College. This is I think the second year he's been doing it. He is fabulous. Just for example, like this is one of the pictures from last year, and yeah, he takes such great photography. I will link his information down below in the description as well. And the amazing thing is that the photos that he takes of you are free. Like Costume College pays him as part of your like registration fee, so you get those photos for free, the downloads of them. They come out usually about like in August or so, and it's worth the wait. They're so good. So I think I'm gonna go take some pictures of this, but first, honestly, I hate the hair that I did this morning. I did it so quickly. I hate this look. It's not right at all. So I'm gonna fix my hair first off, just to try to do something better. And then I think I'll go check out the photography studio, and I'll show you a little bit of that, and I'll show you the costume display, and then I think we'll go have some lunch before my class. This is the actual outfit from Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day, which was one of my first cosplays ever. I can't believe it's like right here in front of me. I'm going to take 500,000 pictures because I know I did some stuff wrong, but it is so cool to see this in person. Also, if you've never seen Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day, go watch it literally right now. Pause the video, go watch the movie. It's one of the best movies of all time. This is exquisite beading.
Could you do that again? Because I want it like in
With like a built-in underslit.
There it is.
And are these like cross ribbons, are they kind of just laid across? Oh yeah, look at
they're
that.
just stitched in.
Beautiful.
I had to play with it for a long time to get them to have the right amount of like.
Yeah,
flare.
do a little spin.
Yeah, there's the surface button thing.
Oh, look at that, so pretty.
Yeah, let's get back. Here we go. Hold that. One more.
Anything else I should add?
Yeah, just straight on. Yeah, just do it straight on. Here we go. And then right at camera, so chin more, yeah, like,
Okay.
yeah, chin more this way, and then eyes at camera.
Okay.
Good. Yes, hold that. I love this. Ready? Good. One more.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Love it.
Awesome,
It
thank
feels,
you.
it feels very dramatic.
Because you're better at it than I am.
Nonsense.
Excellent. All right.
We are
Let's
in
take a
the
look
portrait
here.
studio
Come
right
to me just a
now.
little bit. About half that distance. Go back. A little bit more. Right there. That's your spot. Perfect. Okay, hold that for me. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Mark is really great at coaching people.
Yes. Chin this way. There we go. And then eyes.
Listen to that.
Here we go. Nice. Yes, it's really, really good. You go hold that. 3, 2, 1. Good. Relax.
Don't be afraid to do things with your hands too. Mary
Yes,
is
very,
getting her
very nice.
pictures taken.
Very nice.
So my class earlier today went wonderfully. Everyone was so like receptive and they said that they were really enjoying it. I am headed down now to the Friday night social, so we'll see what everything is going on. So I'm not sure what all is going on at the social. It's a kind of an empty room at the moment, but people are starting to show up. And I guess we'll figure out what all is happening. Poor Cinderella. Start singing your musicals at the same time. No, I'm serious. Yeah. Okay, do a little twirl for me. With the lights. Fabulous. Okay. Feel free to move around. Get all the angles. Look at that hat. Fabulous.
Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
I found the chandelier from the Phantom of the Opera.
I'm only here for the food. Hi, Lady Rebecca Fashions.
Hi, the sucking seamstress. You just start singing Little Girls at her.
Oh, that's right. Little girls, everywhere I go, I see them.
That was a really wonderful evening with so many amazing costumes. I feel like I only showed you even just a small amount of the costumes tonight. They were so good. The theme was movie costumes, which is why I picked Katrina to wear for tonight. I mean, I'm doing other movie costumes this weekend as well, but yeah, it was movie costumes, and so many people did like old movie musicals, which really made me just like thrilled. I think I showed you several of them, and it makes me really want to do a movie musical costume for like a future year, even if that's not the theme, just because I feel like it is so fun, and then you can do your little song and dance, you know, with your costume. And yeah, so I think I might have to do that. One of the movie costumes that I've definitely thought about before is from Hello Dolly, but it's not actually Dolly's. It's actually Irene Malloy from Hello Dolly. It's this one right here. I've kind of wanted to do this one in the past. I've definitely thought about it. So maybe I should do that in the future, or I don't know, if you think of any other movie musical costumes that you think I should do, let me know, because I think that would just be super, super fun. So yeah, everyone looked fantastic. After going through the like social area, which I miss the old days of Costume College. They used to do an ice cream social, and then once they kind of like for logistical reasons changed that because ice cream was melting. They switched to like cupcakes or cookies or whatever, and they would have like little activities going on and stuff. And then the last couple of years they did sort of a traveling where you would travel to different rooms. I liked that this was all back in one room. It was a very large room and there's plenty of space for everyone, so I don't think it was any sort of like crowd or anything like that. So I liked that, but there were no activities and the food was weird. It was like ham and cheese cubes with crackers and like the reddest fruit punch I've ever seen, so I stayed far away from that. But yeah, I could have really used a cookie or a cupcake, like that would have been nice, or the ice cream that they used to do. I loved that. So hopefully they will go back to that in future years. But regardless, I think everyone looked wonderful. It was just so great chatting and hanging out. And I did take a quick tour around the marketplace, but it was like right before it closed. So I had time to visit my favorite ribbon booth and buy a whole bunch of ribbon. Her prices are too good. I can never resist her ribbon because it's like vintage ribbon for ridiculously cheap prices. I don't know how she makes any money, but I'll show you kind of a haul at the end of this video of everything that I get while I'm down here for Costume College. But yeah, it was just a really, really wonderful evening, wonderful way to like cap off the day. I'm very much looking forward to everything tomorrow, especially the gala with our English Regency court gown group. Now that is going to be like a separate video of finishing the court gown, but of course I'm going to show you everything from the gala in this video as well. So do make sure that you check out that video. I don't know if that's probably going to come out after this video, to be honest. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to tomorrow. And I've got an interesting like limited workshop class tomorrow too, with like gold metal thread couching, I think. Something I've never done before, but it just sounded intriguing. There wasn't anything else like in that time slot that I was interested in, and I was like, let's learn a new skill. So yeah, definitely looking forward to tomorrow, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Good morning. I am about to head off to my first class of the day. Today's Saturday. I got to sleep in just a little bit. Oh, I think I put my bun in the wrong, okay, no, it's gonna be okay. I'm dealing with not having any of my hair pieces match right now, which is being a little bit difficult in trying to do everything with my own hair or just with rats. So I've got kind of one of those bun shapes in my bun back here. But yeah, I'm about to head off to my first class of the day. It's all about digitizing embroidery. Yay, that's exactly what I need. So I've got that, and then I've got a little break where I'm gonna go roam around the marketplace and such. And then I've got a big limited this afternoon. It's like a 4-hour class on like metal thread couching. So that should be fun. But I am all dressed up in my new upcycled Regency dress today. The other thing about not having hair pieces is that there's very little to put a hat pin into, which is definitely a challenge. And I'm going to take you with me, show you a little bit of the classes as we go. I'm going to show you the marketplace too, and anything else fun that might be going on today. So let's head out for day 2 of Costume College.
I need to be selected on the path of the deer, and now it will be filled. And now to remove the outline, because I don't want the outline to stitch out right here, I'm going to press shift and then this little X down here with the red X over white. Now it's gone. So to make this a fill stitch, I'm going to go to extensions, ink stitch, and params. Now fill stitch and running stitches are the programs like automatic, like that's what it's going to go to. Right? So it's going to pull up this window of all of these different settings that you can use. I'm going to show you some of my favorites. So it's going to do an autofill, which is just going to be north to south, east to west, right? You can make it a contour fill. So here it's going to stitch the underlay first, which is going to be the under stitches. That's going to support the upper stitches. You can change the direction of these stitches. One of my favorite new things to use, which in that little mushroom embroidery I showed you, is the contour fill, which is what I was trying to show you. So it's going to stitch the underlay first, which is going to be this north to south stitch, and now it's going to do the contour. So it's going to go in the shape of your thing from the outside, from the inside out.
I don't think I showed you guys the hospitality lounge area yet, but there's lots of snacks over there, lots of nice places to sit and chat and eat, coffee, etc. It's really great in here. is the marketplace. We've got all sorts of vendors in here. Renaissance fabrics, lots of jewelry, Richard the Thread, hat makers, lots of like lace and all sorts of stuff. Period corsets is over here. So much cool stuff to check out. Let's take a little tour around the marketplace. This is my favorite ribbon vendor where I already bought some ribbon yesterday. Is the marketplace. Now I'm gonna go shopping. So this is the bargain basement. This year and last year they started making it so that you can actually come in and take a look ahead of time. You obviously can't buy anything. That all happens on Sunday, really pretty early in the morning. So what I'm trying to decide right now is it worth getting up super early at the crack of dawn to, you know, look through and try and actually get some of this stuff? They have a lot of great patterns, like all of this section are all of like the really nice patterns, you know, truly Victorian or Laughing Moon, Angel's patterns, etc. And then of course there's all of like the older Big Four patterns. There's hats all over the place. There are several pairs of brand new American Duchess shoes, which is pretty incredible. I'm really honestly surprised to see those there. Naturally, none of them are in my sizes, but like, look at that, brand new, still in the plastic in the box. And then fabrics galore. Some that are like legitimate yardages, like you see standing up, and then some that are kind of flat folds that are down on the table, and a whole variety from like Winnie the Pooh fleece to sparkly tulle to everything in between. Velvet. So yeah, not sure if I want to get up that early. We'll see. But there is a lot here. And over on this wall, those are all finished costumes so that you can actually get costume pieces without having to worry about making your own. It's really pretty cool in here. I've always woken up early in the past to come check it out. Just not sure about this year since I have a 9 a.m. class. Finished my second class of the day. I only took 2 today, but this one was like a 3.5 hour long workshop. Actually, it was supposed to be 4 hours long, but we all left early because we realized, crap, we need to get ready for the gala, and that's what I'm gonna do as soon as I stop talking to you. But I didn't film it all in the class, obviously, so I wanted to show you what it was about. This was about metal thread couching and basket weave couching specifically. So this is what I wound up finishing in that 3.5 hour long class. It is very slow going, and of course we were all beginners, but basically this part right here, this is a padded satin stitch with like gold metal threads, And then this, if I can get it really close, there we go. This is actually the basket weave couching pattern, which sets up very, very slowly. And basically you have to do like these base layers first. So like there's a base layer under this. These are base layers when you see these horizontal lines, but this one it's fully together. Like you do a full satin stitch base layer and then perpendicularly you go across the other side with the metal threads. And so this one it's like base layer kind of grid and perpendicular metal threads, and then you go over with the thread that matches your fabric and you couch those threads in. And so I've got a lot of other motifs that I still need to do on here, some that we didn't quite get to in class but that are more like outline type. Got all of the materials to do that. The unfortunate thing is that the hoops were just like loaned for class, so I can't actually work on it while I'm here at Costume College unless I can find a hoop in the marketplace, because I don't have an embroidery hoop. But yeah, I'm excited. This is meant to like make up into a reticule, and I think it already looks cute. The question will be, will I actually finish it? Because I tend to not have patience for handwork at home, and I tend to not ever finish handwork projects that wind up coming home with me from Costume College. So who knows? In other news, I also took the sleeves off my dress because it got really warm before that class, and so Emily helped me just rip out my super large whip stitches that were holding the lower portion of the sleeves in place, and I was very comfortable for my class, which was great. And now we are going to get ready for the gala, and we are going to turn ourselves into giant English Regency court gown crazy wearers, and we're all gonna look ridiculous, and I'm looking forward to it. So I will see you when we are all ready for the gala. It's time for the red carpet and gala. Let's go downstairs. I don't think I can fit in the elevator. I literally just sidestepped into the elevator. Let me show you in the elevator what I look like. Ta-da! I forgot to bring a matching reticule, so that's annoying. And my upper pocket hoops keep collapsing, so that's also annoying. But it's a court gown! I'll show you more later. It is gala night at the photo studio. Everyone looks beautiful. So I'm feeling a little annoyed at the moment because the pocket hoops keep collapsing, which they were doing at home too, but I was hoping that I could fix them, but they keep collapsing, which is making my hem a little wonky. I don't know, I'm probably thinking more about it than it is. And my feathers keep turning. And this is the only mirror in the hotel where I can actually see myself. Kelly's court gown is beautiful. The work gowns. Anna and Melinda look beautiful. your makeup, please.
Everybody hold that. 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Got it.
And that is a wrap on Costume College Day 2. I had a wonderful time at the gala because frankly, I walked through the gala room once and that was it. That little like filming that I showed you guys of the dance floor, that was the entire time that I spent in the gala room. It's just loud in there and I don't do the gala dinner. We had a wonderful time at our dinner. This year we actually decided to do a dinner reservation at the hotel restaurant. There were 11 of us there at the table. Everyone looked so beautiful. We had a wonderful time, great conversation. We didn't even need to drive anywhere because it was the hotel restaurant and I had just called ahead to make that reservation like about a month ago and it worked out so perfectly. So highly, highly recommend, except, you know, make sure that there's still a table for me as well. But go ahead and make that reservation if you are going to Costume College but don't want to go to the actual gala dinner. But really, I spent the entire time just like hanging out with friends, chatting, taking silly pictures. The portrait studio was open, so we took lots of portraits there, both like solo and then also with the whole group of all of the court gown ladies. We took our own pictures and our own silly videos just like out in the hallways. And then honestly, just like ending the night sitting out in the Costume College lobby area and chatting with people and like meeting new people, making new friends, etc. That is seriously like the coolest thing about Costume College because you all know that you have shared interests, and so like anyone that you talk to you're probably gonna have a bunch in common with, and so it was really fantastic. But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. I am not going to get up early to go to the bargain basement tomorrow. I will get up early to go to my 9 a.m. class, but not the bargain basement. However, at a certain time, and I'm gonna have to look up when, but I think it's like maybe 11. So basically I'm hoping after I finish my first class, the bargain basement actually opens for like $5 grab bags. So they'll give you a bag and anything you can shove in it is totally just $5 total. So I've never really done that before. I've always woken up early to get to the bargain basement, but I'm hoping that this $5 grab bag situation will actually work out okay. Maybe I'll find something interesting. I mean, they had a lot of cool stuff, but the coolest stuff is probably gonna go in the first like 10 minutes, the first group of people that get in the door. And I am not willing to wake up that early. So I'm gonna get out of all of this and I'm gonna go to bed and I will see you tomorrow morning before my 9 a.m. class. I am about to head out for the last day of classes here at Costume College. I'm wearing Kirsten. As you can tell, my voice is a little hoarse. I just talk too much when I'm here, and it happens like almost every single year that I start to lose my voice. But yeah, I need to fix this pigtail, but I don't have time before my first class. My first class is about ventilating wigs, which sounds super, super cool. That's like when you tie in a little hair so it looks more realistic, or like when you tie in hairs in general. So I'm very excited to take my, you know, super cheap wig with me to that class. And I am also going to take Kirsten with me all day. So we're gonna go to that class, and then there's actually a bunch of lectures today, like 3 different lectures I think that I want to get to, some of which are overlapping naturally. And then this evening we are going to the American Girl store for an American Girl party, and I am so excited. So I'm gonna take you with me on all of that. Let's go to class.
We've done this thing where we have saran wrapped her head, and then we have taped out her hairline. When we transfer that onto the head, marked already that her hairline needs to come forward this much, right? So we've got to build that out. What I can do is with the water-soluble marker, I can draw in her hairline onto this extra lace, which normally you would be cutting away. Okay, this is what I need to add in. We've got this wig, and it has all of its lovely lace, right? What we can do is figure out exactly how much, and what I would do, I would go ahead and cut off the lace front part. I should say technically what you should do, and I think there was a class on this, so feel free to do it not the quick and dirty version. Technically what you should do is ventilate, which is tying individual hairs. So you should get a bunch of loose hair, you should get your little hook, and you should be tying each one of the hairs in there. I'm never gonna do that. It sounds like work. But now I have all of this lovely lace. And what I can do is figure out, I can match this new section. And what I've left the base lace on. So now I'm coming forward, and you know, sort of by lifting and seeing, okay, it needs to come here, and then it needs to come back. I would get in here, and this is the top new layer, and I would carefully trim that. Much better than this. I would not have left these little nubby things. So you really do want to trim it right into where the base is. But now, with my curved needle, which are great for working on a wig head, I would take thread of a matching color, and I would sew, not right here, because it's going to show, but back into the hair a little bit, like from here, and then I would sew all up in here, and I would find where, and notice even here, because I didn't have quite enough lace, there's a patch to cover that in styling, but I would sew all along there, too. So I've sewn down this cut out piece. And then, when you're going to wear a lace front wig, I highly recommend trimming it right up to the hairline. Some people like to leave a little bit of lace forward. I don't, but you know, if you have a reason to do that, do what works for you. But for me, I'm going to trim it, you know, right into where, and this, I'm doing a terrible job. I would do it like really like a 1/4 inch. But, and now, these two have been sewn together. Again, I can trim right there, and now I've got a custom hairline.
We're already a fair bit of a ways through this final day at this point. The clips that I just showed you were from Kendra Van Cleve's wig class. Really just kind of all about all aspects of wigs. I feel like that is the theme for today, because the next class that I'm going to go to is actually on wigs as well. And the first class that I went to this morning was the ventilating wigs class. So we worked on kind of a like trial basis, I guess you could say, just with how to ventilate wigs in the first place. So I'm just gonna show you kind of what I did. We first practiced our knots with yarn on this big like grid board here. The 4 different types of knots, which was single, double, and then I think there was like a half single and a half double. I forget the exact terms of these ones down here, but basically this is kind of the best one, and this is the best one if you want more volume. And then we were released with our little ventilator thingamabobs to attempt to do it with actual hair, and it did not get many done. I think you can see the few hairs. I found it really, really, really difficult. So it's definitely got a lot of a learning curve. I'm gonna have to do a lot more practicing, but at least now I know the basis of how that's going to get started. So yeah, that was a good class. And then I went to the grab bag bargain basement sort of thing. It opened a little bit late, but I was able to get in there and grab a few things. Basically, you pay $5 and you can fill up a bag. So I got a couple of small yardages of fabric. I got a whole lot of bias tape. I got a bunch of hem tape for my friend Mary, and I got some braiding hair, like the yaki braiding hair that you make hair pieces out of, that I don't know if it's a color match because I'm wearing a wig right now, so we'll see. If not, I'll just give that away to someone else, I guess. And I think that was about it, about everything that I got. I didn't get very much, but I think it was enough at least that it fulfilled that $5. There just wasn't a ton that I really found that I wanted that was still left, which is kind of what I figured would happen. But anyway, I grabbed those, ran to part of another class on pattern grading. I felt like most of what she was talking about I kind of already knew. I have done actually a couple of videos on how to grade patterns, like commercial patterns, so I will link one of those videos down below in the description. I do my method slightly differently than the way that Beth does it, but it turns out basically into the same thing. And I left that one early so that I could go to Kendra's class on wigs. So now I'm headed off to a more cosplay focused wig class, whereas Kendra's was more historically focused. So it'll be interesting to see the differences. I do have to leave that one a little bit early though, because I'm going to the American Girl store. And I am not sure if I'm going to have the American Girl experience in this vlog here, or if that may be an entirely separate video. If so, that's going to be probably just a short Saturday video that will come out, but I guess it depends on how much content I'm able to take there. So I will bring you along with me regardless, whether it's in this video or another, but I've got to go run to that last class of costume college already. Oh my gosh, it always flies by so fast. So I just got back from the American Girl store. As I kind of thought, I am putting that in its own separate video. So that is actually going to be a Saturday video, and that is going to be released right after this video. So make sure that you're subscribed so you can see when that video comes out. But we do technically have one kind of partial more day of costume college left. That is tomorrow, because that is the Fabric District tour. Now, basically every Monday of costume college, you have the option of taking a tour bus over to the LA Fabric District, which if you have never been to the Fabric District and you are a costumer, oh my gosh, you need to go. It is like the best place to get silk in particular. There are a few stores in particular that are always my go-to, which are Home Fabrics, Luxury Fabrics, and Memo Fabrics, and they're all on the same street, which is super, super handy. So I'm definitely gonna go check those 3 stores out tomorrow, plus who knows where else. There's lots and lots of places in the Fabric District. But what that means is that I need to spend the next couple of hours here tonight, hopefully with my friends, brainstorming about what we all might be making next year, because I need to figure out what fabrics I actually need. And I also need to remember to take my swatches with me to the Fabric District, because I actually brought with me my silk swatches. I keep swatch cards of all of my silk fabrics, and actually all of my fabrics in general that I have yardage of. And they have a little piece of the fabric, little swatch. They have a description of like what kind of fabric it is, how much I have in my stash, what I paid for the fabric. I'll show you what the cards look like tomorrow when we go to head out to the Fabric District. But yeah, that is what's next. So I'm gonna go get out of all of this Kirsten and take this wig off finally that I've been wearing for like 12 hours. And I will see you tomorrow when we go to the Fabric District. We're in the LA Fabric District, and the first stop, of course, is Memo Fabrics. This is Memo Fabrics. This is one of my favorite fabric stores. Look at all of that silk. It is beautiful. Always come here first. This is Luxury Fabrics. They've kind of rearranged their store this year, so now this silk is directly in front of the stairs once you go up the stairs. It used to be behind, and we're gonna take a look and see what all they have. This is one of my other favorite stores, Home Fabrics. They've got lots and lots of silks. Love it. So if you've never been to the Fabric District, this is what most of the shops are like, where you have a lot of stuff kind of set out on the streets. And the type of fabric is going to vary. Like here, we've got a lot of cottons. This is Fabrics and Fabrics. They also have like silks and stuff inside, but they do tend to be a little bit more expensive. And then you have a lot of other places where everything outside is going to be very poly, very sparkly, etc. Kind of like you can also see across the street over there and over here. So it's kind of all types, but it's very fun to walk around. It is also very hot. Stay hydrated, wear sunscreen, have a fan, maybe have 2 fans because my neck fan just died. And yeah, go enjoy all of the fabrics that exist. Say hi! What'd you buy?
Way too much.
Of course you did, and we haven't, or you haven't even been to Home Fabrics yet.
Oh my gosh. Don't tell handsome hubby.
We won't, unless he watches this video.
No.
So it has now been about a week since the end of Costume College, a little over a week since the end of Costume College, and I just wanted to do a little wrap up with you and also show you my haul from the Bargain Basement and the Fabric District. Editing Rebecca here. So I was going to put the haul portion of everything that I got down while I was at Costume College in this video, but I polled you guys to see if you wanted a video that was going to be like ridiculously long or just really long, and you guys voted for really long with a separate haul video. So actually that is all going to be coming soon in a separate haul video that is going to be combined with an updated upcoming projects planning video. So that video is coming soon within the next couple of weeks. Make sure you are subscribed so that you don't miss that one. And back to let's wrap up Costume College, Rebecca. So let's talk about my thoughts on Costume College overall. Honestly, I had a wonderful time this year. It was so much improved from the last couple of years when it hasn't been nearly as fun. I think that for one thing, the air conditioning worked in the hotel this year, so that was a really good bonus. And for 2, I just felt like everyone kind of had a more chill vibe going on this year, which was really nice. Costume College can be a very high stress situation, and particularly for me, I have like a huge face blindness issue, especially when people are changing costumes all the time. And so like I always get really paranoid in situations like Costume College, thinking that I should know who you are, but my brain is not recognizing your face. Like, yeah, we've probably met every year before, but you're wearing a different costume or a different wig, and my brain just cannot compute that. So just FYI, if you ever see me in public and we have met before, I apologize for not knowing who you are, but I have mega face blindness. But yeah, this year overall, it was definitely chill, and I felt like everyone just kind of wanted to hang out, which was really, really nice. The classes were overall pretty good. I didn't go to that many of them, but I felt like I went to a good amount where I wasn't overtaxing myself, but I was still getting information that I didn't necessarily already know. So that was really nice. Lots of good wig classes especially. But yeah, overall I had a really wonderful time. Hopefully I will get to go again next year. It's always hard to tell with like theater schedules, so you just never know. But at this point, my plan is to go again next year and to teach again as per usual. And again, if you were interested in my photography class, but maybe you didn't get to take it at Costume College or you didn't get to go to Costume College, I do have a video all about how I do my photography, which I will link up here if you want to go check that out next, because it's basically the same stuff that I cover in my class, except that my class is a hands-on workshop. Anyway, that's going to be it for me today. Hopefully you have enjoyed this whole big Costume College vlog. I know it was a long one. If you reached the end, leave me a comment to let me know what sort of project you would want to make with $10 a yard silk. But if you like this video, please go ahead and click the thumbs up icon. And if you'd like to see more videos like this from me, please go ahead and click subscribe and the little bell icon to be notified every time I post a new video. I do post videos here on YouTube at least once a week, usually with sewing vlogs out on Tuesdays, plus sometimes additional costuming or sewing content out on Saturdays. But I post every day over on my Instagram, so please go follow me on Instagram. That's at Lady Rebecca Fashions. And if you'd like to help support all of the work that I do on this channel, I do have a link to my Patreon and my Ko-fi down in the description below, or you can send me a super thanks or join my YouTube channel memberships right here on YouTube below the video. I'd also like to give a special shout out to my Edwardian level patrons, Jean, Dan, and Kim. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Happy sewing!